I bet you don't know how the voice works. Because I've been hearing about the voice, vocal box, the vocal tract, the larynx, the pharynx, but you haven't seen how the voice works. And today, I want to give you details on how the voice really works. If you pay attention to this class, you are going to learn so much about your voice that you can train your voice yourself, or you will know what exercises works for you. I want to start with explaining what the vocal box is. Now, the vocal box is designed like the muscle of the body. Every muscle in the body, like you have your arms, you can always build your arms, you can always build your diaphragm, you can always build your biceps and triceps and all that. That is how the vocal box is built. You can see on that, you can see that's the vocal box right there. Now this triangle, that place is built like a muscle box. All right, so if it is not strong, it can't really produce a good sound when vibration is sent upwards to your vocal tract. So the muscles play an important role, first of all, in helping you mold the sound that comes out of your mouth. And without that vocal muscles, you can't sound properly. You can't even talk loud and strongly. You can't have a strong tone. You can't make a strong pitch. Why? Because your vocal box is weak. Then the next thing is, let's look at the vocal tract and how sound is made. Take a look at this video. Now, can you hear the sound that is being made from the vocal tract? Now, if you look closely, you see that there's a passage that is a little bit open. That little open place is where the vibration that produces the sound of your voice happens. That is the vocal tract. That's where the larynx is. Now, it's also called vocal fold by most people. Many people call it vocal cord. But whatever you call it, what matters is that is where vibration happens that produces the sound that you make. Now, many people have a problem with theirs. In between the passage, there is a hole. Now, there are two muscles by the two sides of that particular passage, right? Whenever air comes through, whenever you want to make a sound, normally you push from your diaphragm, you push air through to that vocal passage. What happens is that place vibrates. Now, the more it vibrates, the more clearer your sound is. The more it vibrates, the stronger your pitch is. However, most people don't have good vibrations there. That is one. Number two, it has to clinch together. You can see from that exercise that those two flaps are trying to clinch together. They are trying to, hit each other, to close up the gap, to create a tiny pitch or a wide pitch. Now, if yours is not doing that, that simply means yours is loose. So you can see this is the closed one, and this is the open one. Now, if you have an open passage in your vocal tract and that particular passage is open, then rest assured that the sound you make cannot be strong. It will be too loose. There will be no control of your voice. You cannot be able to make your voice sound the way you want it to be. Why? Because it cannot vibrate together and close the way it should. It cannot clinch together. So there's one thing I said before, the muscles in the vocal box, the triangle, the one I just showed you a while ago, and then also that passage being too loose and not vibrating together. So no matter how you exercise your voice, without getting enough vibration around this region and a clinched passage, there is no how you can produce a good sound. So don't beat yourself too hard and say, come on, why am I not getting my voice the way I want it to be? I've been struggling with my voice all this while, but it's not coming out. The first thing is understand, are the muscles around your vocal passage okay? Are they working? Because if they are not working, you can decide to do and you can never get yourself to sing well on stage, because stage singing and personal exercises are different. Most times you think that exercising, doing some of those things you see online, that is singing. No, it is not singing. The real life issue is different. On stage, you get to know if you can sing or not. Or when they give you a song, you don't know if you can sing or not. All right, so it is important to understand how to now build the muscles. All right, now like I said before, every part of your body can be developed. Your arms, your feet, your legs, everywhere can be built, including your vocal tract. All right, so there are exercises you need to learn how to do to first of all keep that place ready to sing at all times. Start by building your diaphragm to push out enough air through your vocal tract to cause better vibration. So by the time you build the diaphragm, your air support becomes stronger. And each time you do a libero, air goes through your vocal tract to your mouth, and that process enables vibration around this region. And the faster the vibration, the better your pitch, the better your singing. Also, the more you are able to control your voice, the more you're able to do some of those. Ooh, yeah. All right. Number 2, sing always. This is the most important aspect of building your vocal muscles. It is not just sing today, you don't sing tomorrow. It doesn't help. Sing always, sing every day. What you don't use, you lose. If you have a voice without really using that voice, your voice will die. I have seen so many singers who started out to sing, all right, but because they didn't practice consistently to build themselves, they lost their voice. I have a lot of them like that. Why? Because you don't use the muscles regularly, so the muscles go flap. They are no longer being used anymore. Okay, that's number 2. Number 3, try not to overuse your voice by screaming and shouting. You can see how fragile that place is. That is why we keep talking about singing the right way. Sing to your range. Be on your range. Why? So you don't over abuse that place and then break that chord and destroy your vocal cord or your vocal tract, and now you're not able to sing anymore. Why? Because you've destroyed it. It is important that you don't sing outside your vocal range or strain so much or shout so much, so you don't make that place become too loose or too tight. The next thing is get the right exercises. Now, this is where sometimes you need to get a vocal coach. A vocal coach would sit down, study your voice and study your personality and understand the way you sing and the best approach to your voice. Now, we don't have the same voice. We all have different kinds of voices, including texture. All right, voice texture, voice quality, vocal range, we are all different there. All right, your voice is your signature. So your vocal coach understands your voice and knows, can you do better if you are singing this part or that part or this way or that way? He understands, and then from there he gives you the right exercises that builds the muscle in a way for you to sing. Now bear in mind that not everybody likes to belt. Now belting is considered the black man singing style. It's not a white singing style. So your coach will know, would you want to belt? What are the muscles that you need to develop to enable you belt properly, pitch high, or sing the way the host does? Or do you want to sound more heady with your voice, like a head voice? Okay, what muscles do you build to get that kind of tone? That is what a vocal coach does for you. So it is important to get a vocal coach if you want to take your music career to a high level and be professional at your singing, to avoid damaging that fragile place called your vocal passage. Understanding how this place works enables you know or helps you to know how to approach it and how to use it to your own advantage, to avoid abusing your voice and destroying the way you sound. Challenge your vocal cords. Challenge your voice. Give your voice challenge. Try hard songs. Try difficult songs. Yes, of course, in exercises, you don't lose your voice. But on stage, sometimes you do. Why? Because of tension. So if you're exercising, your body knows you're exercising. So exercise, make your voice sound better each time you sing by challenging your voice.